Welcome back, boys. We're here for Lancaster Moto 3. We've had two pretty checked out races so far. Nothing too crazy for the lead. Luke goes down there to start the race. Lamau going over this big uphill. Looks like Soul's leading them down. Slanch looks like he's already worked his way up to second. Looks like Opix, Dito, Roman, Fireball, and once again Luke in the back. Chicane. Soul still holding them down. Looking for a better finish this moto. Hasn't had the best of luck up to this point. Most important part of the track here. Let's see if anyone goes for anything. Nothing. It looks like Slanch has worked his way up to the lead. Looks like Soul got caught in something. Detail second. Soul still holding on a third. We got Roman. Luke has already worked his way up into the top 5. And we got Opix and Fireball sitting in last place as of right now. Going to this jump. It's very close, side by side. And it looks like Detail and Slanch are getting away. Slanch already won the first moto, looking to take that overall. First turn, very important. Looks like everyone handles it pretty clean. No one goes for anything. Looks like Fireball got past Opix. To go on board here with Soul, sitting in the podium position, holding down third place, trying to keep Roman off of him. Takes that turn a little too aggressively. Roman's going to gain some speed. Looks like Luke and Roman battling. Luke gets shoved out a bit. Let's go on board here. See Luke chasing him down. Wants to get up to that podium spot as quickly as possible. Right now him and Slanch are tied for the points. Both have a first and second place finish. And Slanch so far. Look at his block pass from Luke. Had to show it one more time. Just to stun Roman because fuck you. Nice and clean there. And that's going to make Luke the 4th place driver. Oh, and Soul goes down in the jump right in front of him. What exactly happened here? Soul looks like he just kind of turns a little bit too hard, doesn't have the speed, and cases the jump. Luckily, he recovers, not exactly in last place, but if you're Soul, this is about worst case scenario for you at the moment. Doing a good job holding down third. You want to hold on to that spot as long as possible, considering how much trouble he's had figuring out the track. Just unfortunate. Nothing you can really do there. Switch POV here. Fireball finished 5th both motos. Looking to make an improvement on that. Roman finished 4th both motos. Dito, who finished 3rd in both, is currently sitting in 2nd. Has a decent gap on Luke at the moment. It looks like Fireball maybe ran that section a tad faster. Both run that turn pretty well. Different approaches though, for sure. Looks like Detail and Slanch are getting pretty close for the lead. See if we can see anything going on here. Slanch has an okay gap, but it's about a second difference. One little mistake. Detail is going to be right on his bumper. And we haven't really had a chance to look at these two very much, so we have no idea what their pace is like. Like we said, we think the top 3, which is, you know, Slanch, Luke, Detail, have been pretty close in pace up to this point, but we're not too sure. Looks like Fireball got an inside move on Roman. You see what happened last time with these two. Oh, they kept Roman spins out on the cones. Maybe going too hard, maybe too focused on trying to give room or too focused on the back. I don't know, but he just absolutely spins it. Yeah, back tires hit the cone and hit the cone, and yeah, he's gonna drop back quite a ways away from Fireball at this point. And, you know, we still got 10 more laps, coming to 9 to go for the leader. Remember, 13 lap motos for these races. Go back to this 1st and 2nd place battle. Looks like maybe the closest one on track at the moment. And as of right now, as far as I can tell, it seems like maybe Detail's maybe a little bit faster in the first half of the track, but once we get towards after this big straight going to this grab volume section, maybe the second half is where Slanch makes up more time. So it's kind of a cat and mouse game here. Word to Tom and Jerry Lamau. You see running very similar lines. Both have it pretty dialed in. So Slanch looking for his 5th Moto 1 of the season. Detail only has 1 after taking half of the races in TRS. But Slanch's been absolutely killing it. been the most dominant we've seen from him in a while. Sancho always, gonna get a fair amount of wins in a season, but he's just on a different level right now. You see, it seems like Solange got away there, and Detail might make this gap back up. But let's check in on the other positions. Looks like Luke might have made a mistake. Fireball's pretty close to him now. It seems like he did fall back from Detail a bit. I'm not too sure what happened. But Fireball looking to make his way into the podium. Like I said, finished 5th both motos. And if he somehow got to 3rd, it'd be huge for his overall spot. Could possibly take 4th away from Roman. It looks like Soul's on the track. It looks like he's experiencing some lag maybe. And it seems like he just got out of the way. Doesn't want to affect anyone else's race. Soul, super unfortunate, man. Showed a lot of promise in that 3rd moto of the Firestone Firehawk race. Claystone compound, and he got 2nd. Moto 3, and just nothing happened. Look at it here. See, these gaps. This gap is pretty similar. Hard to tell if anyone's gonna, make something happen. I think Detail might have to rely on a mistake at this point. Sancho's obviously hoping for the same, so he can get away. It doesn't have to be too worried about running the fastest line, when you can just kind of chill and make sure you just don't mess up is, ideally the position you want to be in for the lead. Nothing so far. He said we're going to 39 laps. We're coming to 6 to go. He said a little over halfway at this point now. So once again, it looked like Solange maybe got a little bit away. Back half of the track seems to really have that one dialed in. Let's check out Roman here, sitting in 5th. Oh, Fireball goes down to the chicane. Just runs straight into it. No other mistake than his own. And Roman's going to move up into 4th now. If you're Fireball, you got to be pissed right now, because you were in a pretty solid position to hold on to that spot. Once again, he got pretty close to Luke too, so I don't think he's quite as fast as Luke is, but could have at least maybe if he made another mistake, could have slipped by, and then at that point you'd want to defend for your life. The story for Roman, as we're switching back on a Detail, who's gotten a little bit closer to Solange, it seems. I think Solange maybe had some bogs, because I don't think he's actually messed up anything. But as I was saying before, oh wait, hold on, Detail actually does run that section faster than Solange. Looks like Solange again did bog. You gotta be really careful on these grab volume turns. And the Detail's right on Solange's bumper now. He gets a tire in there. Tries to show him he's there. Looking to make a pass. If you're gonna do it, it looks like you're gonna have to go for it probably in the grab volume section. Depends what these two want to do. Again, there's 5 laps. You don't want to force the move too early. See, Detail kind of plays it safe. Lets off. Oh, and he hits the cone! An absolute choke job out of Yertle, choking harder than Riley Reid. Get another replay on this. Just cuts down too early. I think he used 1 cone too early. And yeah, that's going to cost him a ton of time. Once again, coming now to 4 to go soon. And he slides out too much. And yeah, it's going to be all she wrote, I fear, for this race. Detail really making gains on Solange here, but look at this gap now. Just getting a little too overzealous, pushing the issue too hard. Eager to get another win, and that'll cause plenty of mistakes. When you can just kind of not think about it too much is when you tend to run the best races at this point. But now look at the map. Everyone is extremely spread out. I thought Moto 1 with the gaps was kind of crazy, but this is I think this is another level so far. But let's look at Solange here. Said now he's gotten away in the lead. Looking for a second Moto 1 on the night. 3 night 1. Looking at 2 night here. We'll put him on 5 Moto wins 3 weeks into the season. After 10 races, it's half the races. I'm telling you, it's extremely dominant. Solange, I think he's a big Halo 4 guy. So no surprise to see him showing out so far on Firestone Firehawk. See, go on board with Roman. As I was trying to say before, Roman been pretty consistent, but story up to this point for Lancaster is just making too many mistakes. I think Roman could be fighting for those third place finishes a little bit more often if he just cut out the mistakes. Sometimes it happens. Once again, this is a tricky track. Just you gotta be a little more careful where you decide to go for moves, and be cautious how you play people in battles, because that'll determine everything. We're hitting lap 37, which will be 2 to go for the leader. Having an update on the rest of the field. See Optics been sitting in 6th for the most part, aside from maybe the first half of Moto 2, I think. Maybe it's Moto 1 in the midst of that, like, 3rd, 4th, 5th battle. See Detail just kind of threw the race away, honestly. No disrespect, but he's ass. Slaunch makes a little cone contact. Could have been kind of scary. He goes into that with a little more speed, but he will survive. Slaunch just I think you can tell he's kind of taking his foot off the gas a little bit. I don't know why I said it like that. What the fuck? But yeah, it doesn't have to run anything too crazy. Kind of like Moto 1. Come across the line here, though, for the win, it seems. Okay, I don't know why I did that camera angle. What the fuck was that? Now we're on the white flag. I thought I saw the number correctly, and I was like, no, guess I'm wrong, because the camera angle. Jesus Christ. I'm never commentating again. That's a lie, Lamau. On the last lap, here's the Slaunch. Just making sure to not make any contact with anything. I think you're going to tell Dito gets a little bit closer here. He's still pretty far away at this point. But, yeah, once again, doesn't have to do anything crazy. Even cuts down on the cones, doesn't have to. Just showing off a bit. Flexing the mustache. And the fact that he's a new dad. Congrats on the sex, Papa Slaunch. I bet his wife calls him Papa. I'm going to stop now. Coming across for the win, Slaunch is going to take his second Moto 1 of the night and the overall. Detail comes across in second, his best finish on the night. Luke taking third, but will still take second in the overall standings. Roman, another 4th place finish. Very consistent, same as Fireball. 3 5th place finishes as well. Optics, 3 6th place finishes as well. 4, 5, 6, and 7. Extremely consistent on the night. And had to get the overview. Where is Soul? Oh, Soul is off the track. Going for a little swim. And we'll be seeing you. Goodbye. Nate shot.